wounds, curative healing. Vulnerare, to wound, cause to become vulnerable. Vulnerate, simple past and past participle of vulnerate. Vulnerates, third person singular simple present indicative of vulnerate. Vulnerating, present participle and gerund of vulnerate. Vulneration, the act of wounding. Vulnerations, plural of vulneration. Vulnerativo, relating to vulneration or wounding. Vulnerose, full of wounds. Vulnebactin, is cider off or related to salicylic acid present in the bacterium Vibrio vulnificus. Vulheve, causing wounds. Vulning, present participle and gerund of vuln. Vulnology, the care and treatment of wounds. Vuns, third person singular simple present indicative of vuln. Vulnus, awur. Vulpenser, synonym of sheldrake the shelduck. Vulpensers, plural of vulpenser. Vulpicidal, alternative form of vulpicidal. Vulpicide, alternative form of vulpicide. Vulpicides, plural of vulpicide. Vulpecula, a faint autumn constellation in the northern sky. Vulpecular, vulpine, fox-like. Vulpeculate, a meteor forming part of a meteor shower that appears to originate from the constellation Vulpecula. Vulpeculates, plural of vulpeculate. Vulpini, a commune of Olt County, Romania. Vulpic acid, the methyl ester of pulvinic acid methyl 2-E2,3-hydroxy-5-oxo-4-phenyl-furan, 2-illidine 2-phenyl acetate. Vulpicidal, relating to vulpicide, killing foxes. Vulpicide, someone who kills foxes other than by hunting them with hounds. Vulpicides, plural of vulpicide. Vulpicidism, vulpicide, the killing of a fox. Vulpicidisms, plural of vulpicidism. Vulvid, any member of the true fox genus Vulpes. Vulvids, plural of vulvid. Vulviform, having the shape of a fox. Vulpinary, crafty, sly, shrewd. Vulpine, pertaining to a fox. Vulpinely, in a vulpine manner, like a fox. Vulpines, plural of vulpine. Vulpinic acid. Vulpic acid. Vulpinism, slyness, fox-like cunning, artfulness. Vulpiness, one engaged in vulpinism, cunning, deceit. Vulpinite, a scaly granular variety of anhydrite of a grayish-white color used for ornamental purposes. Vulpinus, of a reddish color, rufous. Vulsella, alternative form of vulsulum. Vulsuli, plural of vulsella. Vulsellum, a type of forceps with hooks at the tip of each blade, used in obstetrics and gynecology. Vulsellums, plural of vulsellum. Voltaggio, a surname from Italian. Voltaggio's, plural of Voltaggio. Vulture, any of several carrion-eating birds of the families Accipitridae and Cathartidae. Vulture bee, any of various bee species in the genus Trigona that feed on carrion. Vulture bees, plural of vulture bee. Vulture capitalism, the practice of acquiring distressed firms in the hopes of making them more profitable so as to sell them for a profit. Vulture capitalists. A takeover artist who loads a venture up with debt while extracting capital for profit, making the firm go bankrupt. Vulture capitalists. Plural of vulture capitalists. Vulture culture. The online subculture of taxidermy of animals that have died of natural causes. Vulture fund. A hedge fund or private equity fund that invests in debt considered to be very weak or in imminent default. Investors profit by buying debt at a discounted price on a secondary market and then suing the debtor for a larger amount than the purchasing price. Vulture funds. Plural of vulture fund. Vulture hawk. Any of the stiff feathers projecting downwards behind the leg in some breeds of poultry. Vulture hawks. Plural of vulture hawk. Vulture berries. Plural of vulture berry. Vulture hawked. Having vulture hawks. Vulture-like. Alternative spelling of vulture-like. Vulture. Simple past and past participle of vulture. Vulture-like. Resembling or characteristic of a vulture. Vultureling. A small, young, or immature vulture. Vulturelings. Plural of vultureling. Vultureni. A commune of Bacău County, Romania. Vultures. Plural of vulture. Vulturesti. A commune of Argeș County, Romania. Vulture-wise. In the manner of a vulture. Vulture. Pertaining to or having characteristics of vultures. Vulturine parrot. Pirillia vulturina. A species of parrot found in Brazil which has mainly green plumage. Vulturine parrots. Plural of vulturine parrot. Vulturing. Present participle and gerund of vulture. Vulturish. Like a vulture, rapacious. Vulturism. The quality of being like a vulture, rapaciousness. Vulturisms. Plural of vulturism. Vulturous. Having the characteristics of a vulture, especially in being rapacious, greedy, or scavenging. Vulturu. A commune of Constanța County, Romania. Vulva. The external female genitalia of humans and other placental mammals, which includes the clitoris, labia, and vulval vestibule/vulvar opening. Vulva dentata. Synonym of vagina dentata. Vulvi. Plural of vulva. Vulva. Having a specified form of vulva. Vulva. Pertaining to the vulva. Vulval vestibule. The parts of the vulva between the labia minora containing the openings of the vagina and urethra. Vulval vestibules. Plural of vulval vestibule. Vulvaless. Without a vulva. Vulvali. Resembling or characteristic of a vulva. Vulvar. Of or pertaining to the vulva. Vulvar opening. Orifice between the labia vulvae where offspring and urine exit from. Opening of the urogenital sinus. Vulvar openings. Plural of vulvar opening. Vulvet. Plural of vulva. Vulvate. Relating to or having the form of a vulva. Vulvectomies. Plural of vulvectomy. Vulvectomy. The surgical removal of some or all of the vulva. Vulvae. Pertaining to the vulva. Vulviform. Having the shape of a vulva, like a cleft with projecting edges. Vulvitis, plural of vulvitis. Vulvitis, an often painful inflammation of the vulva. Vulva forms medical terms relating to the vulva. Vulvouterine, pertaining to the vulva and uterus. Vulvocrural, of or relating to the vulva and the leg. Vulvodynia, pain in the vulva unexplained by vulvar or vaginal infection or skin disease. Vulvoplasties, plural of vulvoplasty. Vulvoplasty, a surgical procedure to construct, repair, or remodel a vulva. Vulvodynia, relating to the vulva and uterus. Vulvovaginal, pertaining to the vulva and vagina. Vulvovaginitis, misspelling of vulvovaginitis. Vulvovaginitides, plural of vulvovaginitis. Vulvovaginitis, inflammation of the vulva and vagina. Vulvovaginitises, plural of vulvovaginitis. Vulvar, vulvi, plural of vulva. Thou, to vow, swear. Thou, simple past and past participle of vum. Thou, present participle and gerund of vum. Thou, is third person singular simple present indicative of vum. Vulnerable, misspelling of vulnerable. Van Tao, a city in Vietnam, the former capital of the Bar letter 1 ECB, Vang Tu province. Van Jiao, a Bantu language of Tanzania. Vuoksi River, a river running in Finland and Russia. Vuoi, a surname from Vietnamese, equivalent to English king. Vuois, plural of yuan. Vuonamite, a triclinic pinacoidal mineral containing fluorine, niobium, oxygen, phosphorus, silicon, sodium, and titanium. Vuorlanonite, an isometric hexatehedral brownish-gray mineral containing chromium, iron, manganese, oxygen, and vanadium. Ver, abbreviation of vesicular reflux. Ver, alternative form of whirl. Ver, a belch where a small amount of stomach acid is brought up into the mouth, creating a taste similar to that of vomit. Vert, simple past and past participle of verb. Verbe, present participle and gerund of verb. Verbs, third person singular simple present indicative of verb. Vertexin, a phospholipase present in some snake venom. A, plural of vu. What? A transliteration of the Ukrainian surname Vaus. USA, abbreviation of Visit USA, a type of discounted airfare for travel within the United States that can only be sold outside the USA in conjunction with an international return fare starting outside the USA. Musa, plural of Yusa. That, small dumplings from Ukrainian cuisine, typically filled with mushrooms and served in borscht at Christmas Eve dinner. Ruhi, synonym of Cyrenaic. Vati, a surname from Khmer. Vathis, plural of Vathi. Vutrasura, a medication for the treatment of the polyneuropathy of hereditary transthyretin-mediated H-adder amyloidosis in adults. Vuticuri, a surname. Vuticura, plural of Udukiri. Vuvuzela, a trumpet-shaped horn, now usually plastic, that produces a loud buzzing sound. Vuvuzelas, plural of vuvuzela. Vuvuzelas, someone who blows a vuvuzela, a type of traditional South African horn. Vuvuzelists, plural of vuvuzelas. Vizier, obsolete form of vizier. Viziers, plural of vizier. Re, alternative form of VV. Vivi, plural of V verses. Hour, plural of V. VV.ll, abbreviation of very elections. Initialism of variable valve actuation. Plural of VVA. Viva, initialism of very important person. Viva, plural of vivo. Initialism of visual voicemail. VVP, initialism of Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Abbreviation of very slightly included, a degree of the inclusions in a diamond. VV-SOP, initialism of very special / superior old pale, a grade of premium cognac. VW, initialism of Volkswagen, a German car manufacturer. VW, abbreviation of view. VWA, initialism of volume-weighted average price. VWA, plural of VWA. VWD, initialism of von Willebrand disease. VWF, initialism of von Willebrand factor. VWR, representing the sound made by teleporting or dematerializing / rematerializing. VWP, initialism of visual web pack. VWS, plural of VW. VX, the nerve agent oethyl S2-disoproplamino ethyl methylphosphonathiot. VX, the indicated airspeed at which an aircraft's maximum sustained angle of climb is the steepest. VIZR, an author or creator of computer viruses. VIRS, plural of VZR. VS, plural of VX. VXSE, the indicated airspeed at which a multi-engine aircraft's maximum sustained angle of climb with only one engine running is the steepest. VX says, plural of VXSE. But, the indicated airspeed at which an aircraft's climb rate is at a maximum. VIAC, abbreviation of vinyl acetate. Vyacheslav, a transliteration of the Belarusian male given name Vyacheslav, acute Cyrillic letter 45 Vyacheslav. Vyacheslav, a transliteration of the Russian male given name Vyacheslav, acute Vyacheslav. Vyacheslav, an orthorhombic mineral containing hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and uranium. Vyakharana, the grammar or linguistic analysis of Vedic Sanskrit as the language of the Hindu scriptures. Vylsovite, an orthorhombic dipyramidal red mineral containing aluminum, calcium, hydrogen, iron, oxygen, and sulfur. Vyanjanapakti, the epenthesis of a consonant as in the P in consumption, excrescence. Vyanjanapaktis, plural of Vyanjanapakti. Vaya, is surname from Hindi. Vyasa, name of a Hindu sage, one who classified the Vedas into 4 parts. He is the author of the Mahabharata. Vyasas, plural of Vyas. Vyatich. Alternative form of Vyatich. Vyatichi. Alternative form of Vyatichi. Vyatikian. Alternative form of Vyatikian. Vyatikians. Plural of Vyatikian. Vyatich. Plural of Vyatich. Vyatda. Former name of Kirov Russian city. Vyas. A traditional lettering style for Cyrillic and Slavosphere Latin, slender, ornate, and interweaving. Vybor. A city in Leningrad Oblast, Russia, in earlier times was part of Finland and Sweden. Pa 79,224 as of 2002. Vechida. A river in the European part of Russia, a tributary of the northern Dvina. But obsolete form of Vi. Vi. Simple past and past participle of Vi. Vi's. Third person singular simple present indicative of Vi. Vidi. Any plant of the subfamily Mesembryanthemoideae, succulent ground covers. Vides. Plural of Vigi. Vygotskian. Of or relating to Lev Vygotsky Russian, Elya Veyer acute ga o tsk iwi ikatkui or Veyer ga o acute tsk iwi ikatkui, 1896-1934, Soviet, Belarusian psychologist. Vygotskians. Plural of Vygotskian. Vyitsky. Alternative form of Vygotskian. Vygotskians. Plural of Vygotskian. Vyr. Obsolete form of vigor. Virus. Plural of vigor. Vygazero. A lake in Kalia, Russia. Viva. A rural settlement in Soldar Urban Hromada. Bakhmut Rayon, Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine. Vying. Present participle and gerund of vie. Vyingly. In a vying or competitive manner. Vyings. Plural of vying. Vedsa. A town in Nizhny Novgorod Oblast, Russia. Vilto. A city in Odessa Oblast in southern Ukraine. Vinazalivate. An isometric mineral containing bismuth, sulfur, and palladium. Vinager. Obsolete form of vinegar. Vinagi. A city Lviv Oblast, Ukraine. Vinnytsia. Alternative form of Vinnytsia. Vinnytsia. Alternative form of Vinnytsia. Vinohradov. A city in Zakarpattia Oblast, Ukraine. Vitaminot. A person who travels in space for the Indian space program. An Indian astronaut. Vyaminas. Plural of Vyaminot. Vyomish. A male given name from Sanskrit used in Hindu communities. Vele. A river in Powys, Wales and Shropshire, England, flowing about 40 miles from Lake Vienwy in Powys before joining the Severn near Melverley in Shropshire. Vyra. A male given name. Vise. Plural of Vi. Visar. Archaic form of visor. Visars. Plural of Visar. Vise. The indicated airspeed at which a multi-engine aircraft's rate of climb with only one engine running is at a maximum. Vyas. Plural of Vise. Vishwara. A city and rayon of Kiev Oblast in northern Ukraine. Vizhna. a city in Kiev Oblast in northern Ukraine. Vishnivchik, a village in Kemeritsi settlement Hamada, Kamianets-Podilsky Rayon Kh Melnitsky Oblast, Ukraine, first mentioned in 1493. Vyshyvanka, traditionally Ukrainian and Belarusian clothing, featuring elements of Ukrainian and Belarusian ethnic embroidery. Vyshyvankas, plural of Vyshyvanka. Vyshyvanki, plural of Vyshyvanka. Vyso, a village in Chernigshina rural Hamada Akhtiyaka Rayon Sumy Oblast, Ukraine, founded in the 18th century. Vysetsky, a tetragonal dipyramidal silver-gray mineral containing nickel, palladium, and sulfur. Vidin, obsolete spelling of within. Vigya, a village in Hasha settlement Hamada, Rivny Rayon, Rivny Oblast, Ukraine, founded in 1765. Vidorin, a mixture of ezetimibe and simvastatin used to reduce blood cholesterol. Vuenspakakite, a mineral comprising mostly aluminous silicates of yttrium, ytterbium, and various lanthanides. Though, a diminutive of the female or male given name Vivian. Though, a male or female given name from Latin. Vernetza, a city and rayon of Chernivtsi Oblast in western Ukraine. Wyaziri, initialism of varicella zoster virus. Vizvar, a cold Russian beverage made from boiled fruits typically fresh or dried. Wyaziri, plural of VZV. W, the 23rd letter of the English alphabet, called W and written in the Latin script. A, abbreviation of which. A, alternative form of WTW. W chromosome, the smaller chromosome that has fewer genes in the ZW system. W chromosomes, plural of W chromosome.